Hi everyone, this is Sean and welcome to Comic Essay. Today we will be reviewing Green Lantern, which is new to this channel. So yeah, Green Lantern's issue 16. Reason being why we're doing this review is because Batman's in it. So I thought it'd be cool just to check it out. And yeah, let's get in it. Basically we I don't know if everyone else saw like the end of the previous issue 15 of Green Lanterns, but we get into it with basically Batman bursting into a place, and this guy, because this guy's going hysterical, he called 911, and he's beating up everything. He's threatening to kill him and his friend, and Batman bursts in basically to calm down the situation. And we also get some pretty good Archaea, I think, with just the Green Lanterns bursting in, saving Batman, and he's so they easily subdue this guy. He just has a baseball bat, which is pretty. I think in terms of Green Lantern fights, this is a pretty easy fight. But yeah, so they subdue the guy, and then we see what's really cool is Jim Gordon comes in. And I don't know, you'll see it throughout the whole of the comic. We see Simon Baz actually narrating a lot of his thoughts. I guess he's actually recording this. I think in part of records. I have seen records in terms of Green Lanterns. Like they do keep a record of the things that they go through. And so I think that's what's happening right now. If he isn't, then he's just narrating throughout a lot of the story, just his own personal thoughts. But we see that Simon Baz is very nervous to actually work with Batman. Reason being, just to give some background, like Batman in terms of the Justice League, his character is formed in such a way that he's like the father, but he's the strategizer. He's like the team captain. Even though he doesn't have powers and so on, he's the best person to make sure he can utilize everyone's power in the best way. This is with regards to the Justice League. So we see Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz coming to the building. Jim Gordon there as well. We have this cool scene where they're all talking about basically these crimes, this series of crimes that cannot be recorded. Why? Because people are going crazy. People are going crazy, and they're busy being gripped with fear, and they're just going crazy. They're attacking people. A whole lot of stuff is happening. Simon Baz comes here quickly smirking. He's like, "Oh, this is a clean-cut case. It's a scarecrow. You know, this is like really his MO. Fear is his MO. Gotham City is his city. He's definitely doing this, you know." But Batman is busy saying, like, listen, this thing is happening, like, what it seems to be very random. Not only that, Scarecrow can't be at, like, 12 different places at the same time. Alright, so these things are all happening at the same time at different places. He also gives the MO of Scarecrow. You know, Scarecrow uses a different type of medium, a liquid, a gas, you know, to emit these things into the air or into people's people's bloodstreams. But Batman has analyzed this and is like, it's not the Scarecrow. They go through this whole argument, and this is what's I don't know, this argument irritated me because it was just dumb. It really just, reason why it's dumb, you'll see why. Because Jim Gordon asks Simon Baz, do you have a license for that weapon? Because I thought we also thought it was weird that Simon Baz is Green Lantern, but he's carrying around like a 44 gun in his at his hip, but he has a Green Lantern ring, which, guys, in like the world of DC and comics, the Green Lantern ring has to be like one of the most powerful forces out there. It's dumb, but we get it. Like, the whole point of this, there's this overarching theme that Simon Baz doesn't trust his ring. You know, he does state multiple times that it's failed him before and it will fail him again. So he gets into this heated argument with Batman. You know, he's trying to say, Batman, you have all these things. You have these gadgets. You have a jet that spits fire. But the truth of the matter is, like, Batman's just a normal guy. Yes, he's rich and he gets all these gadgets, but he doesn't have a power ring. If Batman had a power ring, he wouldn't need these things. He would just firmly, like, construct these things and fly his way wherever. So anyway, we get to the crux of the matter and the matter of that is Simon Baz doesn't trust his Green Lantern ring. He doesn't trust that he has enough willpower to pull out of his Green Lantern ring. And then in the background we have Jessica Cruz. She opens up the PC and we see that there are these propaganda videos going around on blogs around Gotham and everywhere else just about how Batman is a scary guy. This guy is not like for the city, you know. He's always spying on you, all right, and he hides in crazy, dingy places on the top of your roofs and whatever. You know, Jessica is very sweet. One thing to remember, like, Jessica seems to be like the voice of reason here, and there seems to be a detection from this victim's laptop that they just came in, and the detection is that the emotional spectrum is being used, and which one is being used? Fear. So this was initially Batman's like analysis of the situation. He told Simon Bass earlier when they were having their argument, like, listen, it's a Sinestro core, like the rings of fear are being used. Simon Bass like, no, this is Scarecrow, and then they got into the whole argument about the gun and whatever, but basically, like, Simon Bass like, oh wow, how did this guy know it? Like, he really thought, well, he's the detective, there's reasons. Anyway, they come into the Batcave, they're all marvel. I mean, Jessica Cruz and Simon Bass are just marveling at the Batcave and so on, but Batman's doing his thing, and then we see Alfred. Alfred attacks Simon Bass. He attacks Simon Bass, he knocks him to the ground, because I don't know if everyone knows this, like, Alfred is a really good fighter. I think he's like a champion boxer or whatever, but like, he knocks Simon Bass to the ground, like, unexpectedly, and he gets his gun, and he puts his gun straight up to Simon Bass's temple. He says, listen, I'm going to kill Batman, alright? None of you can stop me. Don't try to stop me, otherwise I'll kill you. And I think this goes over that overarching theme I was mentioning before, that this gun is an issue. Batman knows it's an issue. The reason is because they're superheroes. Superheroes shouldn't be using guns. Superheroes shouldn't, I mean, they're there to protect life, not take life. And if you look at what a gun is, its main function is to actually shoot and take life. So we jump real quick. We get to what seems like this abandoned piece of office space. People are tied to chairs, but they're all watching this thing, this video, the propaganda videos, and we see what I thought was the beginning, actually, of the Green Lantern's oath. You know, in black as day and in bright as night, and then boom, there you see Scarecrow at the end, and he says, beware your fears made into light, which obviously he was going into the Sinestro Corps' oath, but it's cool because this makes sense. So coming to the end of this issue, I really thought that this made sense. It made a lot of sense that, you know, and we'll get into it next if you're carrying on with the series, but all of this makes sense, that Scarecrow and Fear from the fear spectrum, which is mostly related to Green Lanterns, would be related in this. And I really thought it was a really great combo. So yeah. So please, guys, continue to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.